So friends, welcome again to another content on office accounts, transactions and inquiries. So first of all, let me thank all of you for giving overwhelming response to my website, that is BankTekSkills.com, and so many people have subscribed to my this website and they are enjoying the content wherein I have put in Finacle for beginners in English as well as in Hindi because there was a lot of demands for English version of Finacle, so I have put in a both English and Hindi version for this Finacle beginners, and I also have an advanced module on English in Finacle, which has lot of videos on loans accounts and signature verifications, how to upload signatures, then inventory management, how to and enter entry. So some of you may be doing this inventory management in the branches. So I have put in a lot of trade module, foreign exchange, loans, signature verifications in this my advanced module. So a lot of videos are there in that module, and plus I'm going to upload a lot of material on basics of banking or principles of banking plus sales and selling techniques. So wherein I have put in a lot of efforts. So this is not confined to Finacle, friends. So you those who are trying to join the bank, it will be very useful. Sales and selling techniques, Finacle, if you are get to work on that. Plus principles of banking, various topics that in present scenario you must know, like digital banking, KYC, money laundering, and etc. What is check truncation system? So again, once again, I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आपने मेरा YouTube सब्सक्राइब किया हुआ and more than 1 lakh people have watched my videos. So again, thank you so much for your response. I'll be uploading a lot of material on YouTube in future. You'll be witness to it. Besides, I have got a lot of live videos on, and they are more personalized on my website, that is BankTekSkills.com. So kindly refer it to your friends. Subscribe to my Facebook also, BankTekSkills. I'll be sharing the link in the details of my this YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to my Instagram also. So those guys who will be tagging BankTekSkills.com in their Facebook or in their Instagram posts, they'll be given a 30% discount on the whatever the module they want to study. So please do let me know. Let me know on my email ID that you have tagged BankTekSkills.com in your Facebook also or in Instagram. So I'll be giving a special discounts to all those people. I have already distributed a lot of discounts, but that was in the beginning because looking at the overwhelming response, again, response is tremendous, friends. So I think you all are enjoying and liking and finding this of value addition to your knowledge and your professional career, so that you work with lot of domain knowledge of the banking, right? So I have this advantage of present day scenario banking with almost with the banking as well as training. So I've worked in foreign exchange, loans, routine, in Finacle, as well as I worked as a branch manager, chief manager. So I have got a lot of experience in sales and selling techniques and various topics of banking. Since I have trained more than I think I have crossed right now I have crossed 10,000 participants or bankers, those who are already working in the bank, and they are mostly from the large size private sector banks and some few government sector banks also, and few NBFCs. So friends, once again, thank you all from the bottom of my heart for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Kindly share it, kindly subscribe and like my videos on YouTube channels, because this will give me the, you can say, boost, or it will give me energy to give you the maximum that I can give it to you, so that you are successful in your career. Maybe you're going to join later or maybe you already joined. तो जो लोग ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं या आगे ज्वाइन करने जा रहे हैं, मेरी वेबसाइट आपको बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा फायदेमंद रहेगी. आई कैन अश्योर यू दिस, बिकॉज आई नो आजकल प्राइवेट सेक्टर बैंक्स में कहाँ फोकस है थर्ड पार्टी प्रोडक्ट्स में, इंश्योरेंस, म्यूचुअल फंड्स, तो उसको कैसे सेलिंग करना है, व्हाट आर द टेक्निक्स, बिकॉज कंपटीशन इतना है आज के टाइम में, तो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू compete unless and until you are the best banker in the scene, right? You have to woo the customer to get business from him, right? So in this video, I shall discuss office accounts and transactions and inquiries. So very briefly, and again, I have shared live videos in my website of this office accounts, wherein if you join my website, you will be getting live demonstration. I'll be explaining various fields. Here, I'm giving you a basic idea about how to post any entry in office accounts like sundry, suspense, or if we have to debit expenditure or we have to credit income, what entries, what menu options are to be used, or what inquiries, how to get age wise outstanding of sundry which is required during inspections, and all the outstanding entries of suspense and sundries. So what are the various options here, right? So we'll discuss one by one. Once again, please do subscribe both my YouTube channel as well as my website BankTekSkills.com. And if you tag BankTekSkills.com on your Facebook post or your Instagram post, I'll be announcing a special discount. You can share that post with me, or you can give me a link and I'll confirm it, and I'll definitely pass on 30% discount to those people who are sharing on their Facebook as well as Instagram. So this is my effort for all of you to make you a good banker in your career. The office accounts are non-customer accounts used by banks for internal purposes, right? I think you must be aware sundry, suspense. Whenever there is excess cash, teller has to deposit in the sundry account or credit suspense account. Nomenclature may vary from bank to bank, customization. So basically it is sundry and suspense only. Hence the customers are not involved in conducting the transaction in these accounts, right? So I'll tell you what are office accounts basic, what are office accounts pointing. I will discuss in detail in further slides. All transactions are conducted by the bank staff only, right? The office accounts for bank staff only, and there is a user defined access available to various bankers as per their designation in the branches. A few occasions on which the bank uses office accounts are given below. Posting of cash part transactions in case of cash payment or cash receipt transactions, right? So when we enter any cash deposited by the customer in the system, the office account is automatically debited, or while we make payment, the office account is automatically credited, so that teller has to tally the balance at the end of the day before day end. Parking of unidentified deposits received during the course of business. कई बार what happens is कोई कस्टमर आया, अकाउंट नंबर गलत लिख गया या नाम गलत लिख गया या डिटेल्स कुछ गलत लिख गया, तो हम अकाउंट नंबर वी आर नॉट एबल टू फाइंड द अकाउंट नंबर, सो हम उसको व्हाट वी डू इज वी पार्क इट इन द सन्ड्री. And when the customer comes in, or if we have the contact number of the customer, we can ask him, sir, please visit and give us the correct details so that we can reverse the entry. Otherwise this will lie in the sundry, right? Collection of checks for new accounts which are yet to be opened. When we open new accounts, we obtain initial paycheck. I think you all must be aware, those who are already working. What we do, जब वो clear हो जाते हैं, we park it in these sundry accounts. So when KYC is pending, not completed, so account is not opened as yet, so but we have taken the check and that has been cleared by their any other bank, that entry is also parked in the sundry. And on the account opening, it is reversed and the amount is credited to the account of the customer, which is opened with the KYC documents and address proof. Booking and payment receipt of interest on customers' accounts. Any interest calculations, any debit, any credit, so that is lying in the parking accounts, that is again sundry, suspense. Posting income and expenditure entries, so we will discuss office account pointing, office account basic. What are those two types of office accounts? What are those entries in that? Posting demand draft issuance pool entries, right? So when we pay demand draft also, of course there is a DDA demand draft account is also there. We can also make payments through sundry also. Posting inter-office entries, right? So between branches, if there is any entry, any account transfer is there, so we have to post those office entries. Suppose an account has been transferred to our branch from another bank, another branch of the same bank, so we have to debit their account and credit customer's account upon opening the account. The key terminologies are term descriptions as OAB, office account basic. Now this include mainly cash and income and expenditure, right? Remember this. accounts like cash, asset accounts, liability accounts, income accounts and expenses accounts. It's not income, it is income accounts and expenses accounts, right? So we have to debit any expenditure head. So we have to, suppose we are making payment for any expenditure incurred in the branches, like renovation or newspaper subscriptions or any other payment to be made by the branch, is debited to expenses account, particular subsidiary general ledger head. So OAB are simple office accounts. These accounts help managing a general ledger. So sundry suspense, they are part of subsidiary general ledger, and we combine all of them, they become part of general ledger. So we discussed about OAB, office account basic. Now we are discussing office account pointing. Pointing accounts are used where transactions are created for short period, right? With reference, and they will have to be reversed. Like suppose a customer came to deposit certain amount in his account, and by mistake he deposited excess cash. Teller also missed the detail, or he entered the denomination right, but he delivered the cash excess, or he entered the detail less and he tendered more cash. So that excess cash will have to be parked by the teller into the sundry account before day end, right? It cannot be held either in the by the teller in his own capacity. It has to be parked in the sundry account. And when a customer may come tomorrow, may come after 6 months, may come after 1 year, he realizes on telling his accounts, oh, this much account has been missing. So he'll write to a letter to a bank, so and so day I deposited cash and so much cash was deposited excess. So we'll dug out all the records of that day, we'll check the details, and yes, we'll find out and we'll reverse the entry and credit customer's account. So transactions are system generated and are verified on a invoking of a certain events, right? Now we have this pointing accounts, office account, office system accounts pointing, like proxy. Now what happens is, suppose there are a lot of transactions taking place in the server of the bank. Maybe any entry which was to go into a particular account could not find that account or could not reach that account either in the debit capacity or in the credit capacity. Since the day end has to be done by the data center at this center level, so they park such entries in the proxy account. Means proxy, because we have to tally both debit and credit should tally for the day, only then day end will take place, otherwise it will say transactions not balanced. So we park in such accounts, such amount in proxy accounts, and upon identification next day the branch reverses that entry and parks the entry wherever it was meant to be. Head office accounts, accounting of interbranch transactions, like transactions between Finacle branches. Maybe account is transferred from one branch to another. Non-Finacle branch, DDA, demand draft accounts, right? Accounts used for handling issue and payment of demand draft account placeholders. Sometimes we also move the money in the placeholder account. This is temporarily parked in a parking account. This is a concept for the system to pick up appropriate office account for posting certain transactions based on context, soul and currency. Hence, placeholder is used a common reference in order to arrive at an account number of a specific account belonging to a specific branch, right? The placeholder is like a parking account. Suppose a system is not able to find where to place this entry, or is looking for the account and is not able to trace, so it gets parked into the proxy account or the placeholder account. So what is the Finacle process? How we post the entry in the sundry? Office accounts are opened under scheme code. There is no customer ID involved because this is a system generated transactions. No customer ID would be involved, and we create an office account. Only designated users in the banks are allowed to open office accounts. Means they can park transactions in these office accounts. They have certain level of officers or other level who can be a maker and checker. Transactions posting can be done using various menus like Hcash tab, Hcash WD will be withdrawing the amount, HXFER that is transfer entry, and STM that is transaction maintenance. The STM we can do all the three above written on top of it: Hcash tab, Hcash withdrawals and HXFER. So above first three are slightly more customized, and HTM is a larger command wherein you can either transfer entry, or you can withdraw cash, or you can deposit cash, right? The reversal of transaction from pointing account is done through menu options. When an entry amount has been parked in the sundry account, just like excess cash, so we have to reverse it when a customer says this is my amount is missing from my credit balance in my account. So I had deposited cash on so and so date. I feel that I have deposited extra cash, but the amount has been credited in my account is less than what I had deposited, maybe due to error in the detail of the denominations, or maybe some other reason, right? So we have to reverse it, and for reversing the menu option is HTM only, because we'll be transferring funds from sundry to the customer's account. While crediting sundry, we can either use HCashDAB, HCashWD, HXFER, or HTM. But for reversal, only HTM menu option can be run here, right? Various inquiry menus and office accounts available to users are as follows. Purpose menu, account ledger inquiry. If you want to do office ledger inquiry of any office account, the option is HACLINQ. When we do for any customer's account, we do HACLI. But here office account NQ has also been added after HACLINQ. This is for inquiry on a office account. If you want inquiry on account office pointing accounts transactions, what are the list with the ledger general, that is called HIOT. Any particular transaction on a particular date that you can find through HIOT. That is the menu option for this. Various reports menu options for office accounts available to users are as follows. Purpose menu options HO account, transaction report, HOCRPT. Some banks may be having a reports menu option wherein you can find all the reports available there also. So here the transaction report is HOCRPT. Ledger printing HACLPOA, age wise 3 months, 6 months wise, 1 year, over 1 year, up to 3 years, beyond 3 years we can find age wise also, giving the criteria. All these I have discussed in detail in my website BankTekSkills.com. Kindly subscribe, kindly join it. I think you will love the training, the videos that I have shared on my website. Transaction report HMSGOIRP. And if you want to report a general ledger report, that is called CGLRPT, right? Or HMSTRP. So these are the menu options. Those are already working on Finacle, they can use it. Lot of leverages are allowed in this menu options. Now how do we create original transaction and office accounts pointing, that is sundry? Suppose a teller finds 2000 rupees excess cash at the day and he is not able to find who has deposited that. So he has to park it in sundry account. So how we do that? Sundry office account pointing will be type where original entry is of credit nature. So sundry it will be only credit entry, right? And debit it will be cash in hand. And the corresponding reversal will be debit nature of the cash in hand, right? Remember this. Excess cash scenario in the branch is considered here to explain the process, right? The original entry can also be created by using HCashDEP. So HCashDEP is missing here. HCashDEP also you can do it, but HTM is more detailed one, right? Or you can use HCashDEP also for depositing excess cash in sundry account. Only the account type you will be choosing is AOP. As soon as you will submit, a window will appear wherein you will find the sundry account. Left hand side there will be a hyperlink. You click on that, that number will be populated on the credit transaction leg of the posting of the excess cash in the sundry account. So again, this I have shared this video on my website wherein you will find a live display of various fields when we reverse an entry, when we pass an entry in case of sundries or excess cash. So STM is the menu option. You type in the shortcut menu option HTM plus enter, or you can click on go. The transaction maintenance criteria screen appears, right? Function, you have to select A, add transaction type normal cash and normal receipt, because it is excess cash and normal receipt. Click on go. System displays the transaction maintenance detail screen on the clicking of go on the this thing, right? Wherein you'll get the radio tab credit as there. Now it will be automatically radio button would be credit, tab button would be it will be marked for credit entry. Now we'll choose the account where we'll park that excess cash, that will be sundry. So part transaction type radio button will auto set to credit by the system. The first leg automatically credit sundry because cash will be debited automatically by the system. Account ID, enter the account ID. You can view this. You don't know the account number or the sundry number. Go on the searcher, click on searcher, write account type as OAP and submit. You'll get sundries or various other sundries. Maybe there may be more than sundries. So miscellaneous sundry, yeah, you can say sundry NPAs, yeah, sundry excess cash, yeah, sundry general are also there. Choose accordingly. And amount, enter the amount, excess cash, write the details, excess cash, so and so account, deposited on so and so date. To write particulars in the transaction particulars, the data entered here will reflect the statement. Whatever you enter in the transaction particulars will be reflected in their passbook or the statement of the customer, so that he can know on which date this cash was deposited when we take out the ledger printout of the sundry. Scroll the sidebar, come down and post it. Right now this entry has been posted automatically. Cash in hand has been debited, sundry has been credited. Note the transaction ID, and this has to be authorized by the verified by the checker. The menu option would be HTM. So excess cash can be deposited either by HTM or Hcash DAP, but reversal will take place by HTM, or it can also take place by HXFER, because it is transfer of entry from sundry account to the customer's account. So HTM would be the option here. Process of verifying original transaction in office accounts pointing. The checker to invoke menu option HTM by entering the same in the menu shortcut field. Click on go. System displays transaction maintenance criteria screen, right? Enter TRAN ID, right? Then we have to verify it. For verifier, again HTM is the menu option. We will type the HTM menu on the shortcut. Click on go or enter. You'll get the screen. Choose the function as we set out the transaction ID. You'll get all the details. You'll have to check the particulars. Yes, it belongs to so and so customer only, and it will be parked in the sundry account, right? So this is, in this video I discuss how there are certain inquiry menus for office accounts, as well as how to park an entry in the sundry and reverse it, right? And next video I'll show you how to reverse this entry parked in sundry account. The authorization, check the correctness of the data entered by the maker. Sidebar has to be scrolled down and click on submit. The first post, maker has to post it, checker has to submit, and it is verified, right? So this is a video I've shared in my website. Live I'll be explaining various fields. So you will have a better look out there, and I'm explaining all the facts, and so you can again you can confirm your knowledge on my YouTube as well as, and reconfirm again on my website. So it's very user friendly, very convenient, and very to the point, relevant to your career right now, or maybe you're joining, or maybe you already joined. It will be very, very useful. I've also added sales and selling techniques module plus principles of banking, wherein I've shared digital banking and KYC, what is money laundering, what is the difference between NEFT, RTGS, what is IMPS, that I've shared in my digital banking, what is UPI, who is NPCI, right? So I've added a lot of material. In this weekend I'll be adding a lot of material, so kindly subscribe. Again, if you tag BankTekSkills on your Facebook, I'll be giving you a discount, as well as on the Instagram. I assure you, you write to me a mail, I've done this, give me a link, I'll check it, and I'll give you a 30% discount on the cost of these material. So I think this we discussed in detail. So please do subscribe, and again thank you so much for giving such overwhelming response to my website, and wish you all success. Remain safe, be safe, keep your family safe. Thank you.